Now we're going to do our seated Thai massage sequence, and this one is nice because it's easy to fit some of these in during the day because you can do these in a sitting position, and it's nice to work on some posture. So the first thing you're going to do is have your willing participant sit in front of you. They can either be cross-legged or they can have their legs straight out. If you need to sit them up on a cushion, you can do that too. But we're going to start by just taking the outside of our hip, pressing it right into the center of their back and leaning them back, kind of like you're pulling from the front of the armpit and rolling the shoulders back. This is our posture adjustment. As you release, you're just going to sit them very straight, and we'll come up into standing. You're going to use the heel of your hand right on either side of the base of the neck and push straight down. You're going to rock your pressure from left to right. You can start kind of close right at the base of the neck and then work your way out wide, rocking side to side. Then I'm going to come around to the side, and you're going to take your palm right onto the forehead, tip their head forward, so you're actually supporting the weight of their head. With your other hand, you're going to make like a little claw. We call this the tiger claw. Your fingers go on one side, your thumb goes on the other side, and you're going to claw and kind of circle, draw the flesh of the neck away. And as you do that, you're working your way up and down the neck. So you go all the way up to the base of the skull. That's usually a good spot. And sometimes I'll rock the head a little bit there, giving some pressure up to the base of the skull. That's where it's really common to get like a tension headache back there. You can use your index finger and your thumb to give a little bit of a circular movement, working from the center all the way up toward the sides, almost toward the back of the ears. And then maybe working your way up and down the neck again. This is usually a spot where you can spend as much time as you want. Okay, then as you come back up to center, you might do that same process of using the heel of the hand to just alternate pressure left and right. Then we're going to take the arms, so you're going to bring your arms up, interlace your fingers, there you go. Okay, so we can either hold on, I'm holding on around the wrist, and I'm using my knees to kind of support just at the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then we're going to lift up and back, a little bit of a stretch. And I'll show you the alternative, so if you don't want to use your arms to draw up, go up and then hold on to the back of my neck, like real low. There we go, like that. And then I can lift and lean back. This way is more comfortable for me, but just make sure that their hands are really low, more on your back than on your neck. Okay, and then release. You can interlace your fingers, go behind your head. And now we're just going to start to guide them around toward a twist. I'm using my knees for support at the back, and then the hands are gently guiding from the elbows. Pay Pay really close attention. See if you can watch their breath. And as they exhale, that's when you give just a little bit of pressure to deepen the twist. Okay, and then back around, over to the other side. So I'm using my knees for support. Open the elbows, lead them around into that rotation. Get a bit of feedback if you need it. Is that good, or you want me to push more?
That's good.
Good. Come back around to the center. I'm going to bring my knees a little bit lower, and then you're just going to lean all the way back onto my lap. You can lean your head back. Oh, yep. Keep going as far as you can. Just giving a little help to open the elbows and make sure that you have your balance because they're really leaning on you. Okay, as you release, you're just going to let one arm go. So keep this hand here, let that arm drop down, and I'm going to go toward a lunge. So this arm is going to go, or this leg is going to go underneath your arm. I'm going to hold onto your elbow and kind of lean you over toward the side. Yeah, so you're resting right onto my leg. A little bit of a side bend. Come back up to the middle, switch sides. You can release that arm. I'll put my other leg underneath. I'm going to hold the end of the elbow and kind of lean out. I'm cheating, I have a wall that I can hold on to, but make sure you have your balance pretty well so you don't fall over. All right, come back to the middle, release that arm down. Maybe give a little squeeze to the top of the shoulders. And then you're just going to give a push forward. There we go. Okay, so one of the first things we do to the back is just rub to create some heat. And then we can start to squeeze the top of the shoulders. And we're going to do what we call butterfly compressions, which means that your heel of your hands are toward the center and your fingers are going out toward the sides. And we can put some of our body weight through that to walk down on either side of the spine. Try to use your body weight so you're not making your arms work too hard. And you'll feel the spine is right in the middle, and on either side of the spine there's usually a tight rope of muscles. Those are the ones that we're going for. When you come up toward the shoulders, you might start to work your way down a little bit more onto the arms, just giving them a squeeze. And then the next time you make your way down the back muscles, you can either keep going with the heel of the hand, or if your thumbs are pretty good, you can work your thumbs through those muscles. Take your time, find those tight spots. That's tight. Is that sore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you find a tight spot, you can spend a little more time there. Maybe give a bit of a rocking movement to try to break up some of that tension. And then what we do is take the hands and sweep down the back. We think of this like you're trying to take that energy and pull it away. Then we have this fun maneuver that we call prayer chops. Bring your hands together like you're in prayer. Keep a little bit of space in between your fingers because you want your fingers to kind of be loose. And then you're going to chop on either side of the spine. Make sure you're on the muscle, on the tight part. This creates a bit of vibration, percussion, up and down the tight muscles. And I'll usually go up and down one side across the shoulders, and then over to the other side. What was that?
I don't know.
Give a sweep. Maybe rub. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of a fun one. This is a back bend, and you're going to sit up really tall and bring your arms back. So I'm going to take my feet and put them about mid-back, just a little bit. My toes are kind of at the bottom of his shoulder blades and my heels are pointing down. Okay, so you're going to reach back toward me, turn your palms that way, yeah. So palms forward, reach back, lean into my feet, and I'm gonna push forward and try not to slide. Good, big deep breaths. That actually went better than I thought. I thought I was gonna slide off. Sometimes it takes a little playing around to get the leverage right, depending on the size difference with your partner. Okay, so if you feel really confident here that you can move your feet, you're going to start to walk your feet up and down their back, kind of using your heels the same way we did with the hands. That's really tight. To get a little bit of pressure into where you felt like those muscles were tight, because we can get a bit more pressure with our feet. Takes a little practice. There you go. Okay, and then release and push them over. Give them a good push, yep, over into that forward bend. And here we have good access to the back again. So I'll show you another nice back massage where you don't have to make your hands really tired. You're going to cup your hands. So there's kind of a hollow space in the middle, and then we're going to pat on either side. This is actually what we do when people have a lot of congestion in their lungs. This can break that up. So it's a really good one to do in the winter. You can go out along the rib cage and all the way down the back. Okay, so the last piece of our seated sequence is you're going to have your partner switch over into child's pose. So they're just going to swing their feet back. Yep, there you go, perfect. Down into child's pose, yep. Okay. From child's pose, we have all this room on their back, so we could do any of those massage techniques again. We could do the butterfly compressions, but I like to start down here, just giving a little pressure on the hips. Creating that gentle settling through the pelvis. You're sliding. It's a slippery blanket. And then I'll kind of walk my hands from side to side, just kneading the hip muscles, the glutes, because they usually get tight, especially if you stand or sit a lot during the day. Okay, So then I'll walk up and down. I find it much easier to reach the lower back in this position. So if you found when they were sitting, it was hard to get the lower back, and that's actually where Pat's really tight. This is a great spot to get better access to the lower back. And one of the things I really like to do for the lower back is use the heel of my hand. So it's a nice way to transfer force. And I'm going to push down, but out slightly, like away from the spine, and just do a little bit of rocking. Like I'm trying to break up that tension. You can knead back and forth, one hand and then the other. And then do the same thing on the other side. Take a sweep. Okay, now bonus. If your partner is willing, we're going to try to sit right on their lower back and then lean behind them. You want to slide your knees in? Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're going to do this in stages. Watch their feet. So first, you're going to sit really low. You're not on their spine. You're on the back of their pelvis. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. All right. And then you slowly start to lean back. So make sure you let me know if it's too much pressure. And then we get a good back bend. You can straighten your legs out, reach your arms up overhead. Get my back cracked. You good? Mm-hmm. You still breathe? Mm-hmm. And then when you're ready to come back out, just slowly roll yourself up. And bring your pressure off. Okay. So that is our seated Thai massage sequence. Hi there, I'm Laura. Thanks for being here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you are subscribed. You can also head over to LauraGyoga.com to get into our virtual yoga studio. That is our community for healing and self-development through the techniques of yoga therapy. You can join us for meditation sessions, therapeutic workshops, live yoga classes. You can check out the on-demand yoga therapy library with over 400 videos and growing every day. And you can also book a private session to work with me as a yoga therapist. You might want to check out one of these videos picked out especially for you, and I will see you in the next one.